the final of the Nordic Open 2019 coming up. In the room we have Eric McAlpine, Martin Frederik Kahn, and Elias Kritikos, who will help us with the commentaries. Welcome all three gentlemen, and thanks a lot for joining. Hope you get a great final, and take it away.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi everyone out there, we're here for a very, very exciting Nordic Open final. Two Grandmasters, the local hero Steen Grombach from Denmark and Sven Olav Norén from Sweden. We're in for a special treat here. What do you think about this final, Martin?
Well, Steen is a really well-known professional, and we're going to see a nice action, I guess. We played doubles. I played the doubles against him the first day of the tournament, and we could see all the precision and the good vibe about all the moves he had. Obviously, it went through.
Okay, yes, excellent. And Elias, what's your opinion on this exciting final we have?
Oh, I'm really looking forward to this match. Two great players, two of the strongest of the field. So it's very difficult to say who will be the winner. I'm hoping for a great match with a lot of action.
Absolutely. I know both players, obviously Steen a bit more than Sven. I know both players well. Steen is obviously one of the best players in the world. I think we can all agree on that. He's very much more XG oriented type of player. Always plays normally comfortably under 5. Sven also is a strong grandmaster and a world-class player, but he's more what I would call a live match player rather than a XG player. So we're going to have a nice, high-quality match with a slight difference in style, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
Well, it will be interesting to see how they start the match, if they have some clear strategy on how to move forward. I've heard that Sven is really tough to play against. A player who always fights until the end.
Okay.
Steen is maybe more the XG typical player, very strong XG player, so I'm not sure. It's going to be exciting.
Okay, so we're not too far away. I've just noticed that I think Steen's just sitting down. Sven,
we see some shadows over the board.
Shadows over the board. We're not too far away from starting this fantastic final. Yeah, to 17 points to be the Nordic Open champion 2019. We're in for a special treat here, I'm sure. Okay, so they're just going through the preliminaries, setting up the baffle box. Looks like Sven maybe wants to roll or use the baffle.
Warming up the wrist.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Very important technique.
Yes. Okay, so I think looks like they're trying to get things ready. Yeah. They're getting the clock and okay. Just deciding how they're going to begin this match.
Deciding who's red, who's white.
Yes, that's correct. No, but it could be actually that maybe Sven wants to use the cup and not the baffle box, and maybe Steen does want to use. I'm not sure. I think they're discussing at the moment. So we're not too far away from beginning the start of this match.
So maybe we can talk a little bit about the time format.
Yes, please do. What's
Well, it's so obviously we all see that 2 times 17 points is 34 minutes, so 2 minutes per point, and 12 seconds for each move. So that's the regular international format, right?
The regular settings, yes. A 12-second delay to pick up the dice, shake them in the cup, roll your dice, and then a 34-minute time bank. So plenty of time, I would think, to play a good match, in particular a major final in the world of backgammon.
It should be sufficient time, but we saw in the semi-final we had some a dramatic ending of Sven Olav's match against Jon Christian Røiseth from Norway, with Jon Christian losing on time. So,
and I've played first round Thomas Mir, who had only 6 seconds left to play 3 games.
6 seconds?
And I very naively I thought I could have him lose on time, but he did not lose on time, and he won me. Very good player, Thomas Mir.
Very, very strong player, yes.
And very quick. Under pressure.
Under pressure, obviously, very quick. Yes.
Blitz.
Yes.
What do you think, guys? You think those two players feel the pressure right now?
I think they're going to have early butterflies, obviously, because it's such a
Did
major
they,
final.
Did they split something, or they play just for honor? Nobody knows right now.
My gut feeling would be that Steen would want to play for all of the money.
He's all in, all right.
He's all in, but Sven would maybe be the one a bit more keen to do some trade in the prize money. But I think being Steen's country, we're in Denmark, he's on his patch, he's got all his countrymen and countrywomen behind him. He'll be keen to get straight down to business and win this title. And to be honest, to our privilege, I suppose, Steen for the previous 12 or 13 years, I think, has been the tournament director, has never had the opportunity to actually play the singles. This is his first time playing in the singles
he went
event.
through the other side of the curtain.
And what an amazing achievement. The first time in many, many years, and he's in the final of the Nordic Open 2019.
Maybe that's why he quit as a director. He wanted to win the tournament himself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What a good decision, eh?
He finally understood.
He did,
the real
yes.
way to make money.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so they're still going through a bit more. Maybe they're talking about a deal. What do you think? I think they're both sitting down.
I see some hands under the table. But
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely discussing something. We're guesstimating what it may be. We're not sure. Is it maybe, okay, when I roll through the baffle box, I put it here, and you through the cup, I go there? I'm speculating, of course, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're doing here, but hopefully not too far away before we start.
before we see the first kick.
Yes, indeed. And do we know any results from any of the other tournaments from the Nordic Open so far? Do we know any other results, any finals, or who else is playing before we start the main championship final? Does anyone know about the Super Jackpot?
Did you attend the Nordic Open last year? Maybe.
I did attend last year. I think this is my 6th or 7th Nordic Open. I know last year was a different format to this year. This year was double elimination. The top 4 that don't lose go in one part of the selection of the last 8, and then 4 from the second chance make up the quarterfinals, and then everyone starts the same from the quarterfinals onwards. Last year they did triple elimination for the first time, and the final in 2018 was between Heinrich Bang from Denmark and Mislav Kovacic from Croatia.
And you got different formats, so you get the main tournament and after the consolation, or the fighters brackets. Maybe you can explain it. Maybe it's a bit hard to explain, but with your pedagogy and clarity, I guess it would be clear. Can you explain the fighters brackets? How does it work?
So basically, they call it the fighters bracket or a second chance. That's everyone starts in the main event. Once you lose once, you move into what's called the fighters bracket.
The desperate bracket.
Or the desperado, or the second chance, or your last chance to stay alive bracket. And there, as players get knocked out and lose once, they all move into the fighters bracket to try and have that second chance to get to the quarterfinal.
To get back in the game.
To get back into the game and try and get through to the final game. So it's a popular format. It's not classic double elimination where you have to lose twice to be out. This one is a unique variant at the Nordic where they have the main 4 winners, the second chance bracket, and then everything resets once you get to the last 8.
And
everyone is the same.
And there is also another format where you get 8 players, but one spot is reserved for the winner of the second circuit, right?
The second
It's another
chance.
bracket, which is really funny because you can really pass by everybody and get back in the game at the last moment.
This way you get rewarded a lot more for winning. So if you stay undefeated and keep travelling through the rounds, the further you get nearer to the final, your chance of winning increases because you've actually got 2 lives left, not just the 1 life like we have here where everything resets once you get to the last 8. So you actually have a bit more chance of becoming champion if you're undefeated.
Yes.
So they have just been discussing a slight deal.
Okay,
And they are about to sit at the table. So in 2 minutes time from now, it will be on the live feed.
great.
Live, but 2 minutes delayed. Yeah.
Yes, okay, so we've just had an update, some good news. They've been trading and talking about some deals. Obviously, we have a fair bit of prize money at stake here. There's approximately, did we say in the final? Maybe 25,000 euros, roughly, in the final they're playing for?
In total,
around
yeah.
around that much. So they're just doing a bit of trading, a bit of settlement to see what they're going to play for, and we should be due to...
Maybe they'll flip a coin at DMP, probably.
They could do. But they're just trading at the moment, and I think we're due to start in around 2 minutes' time. So they're just discussing a deal at the moment, and we'll be due to start shortly. Yes, so Martin, you were talking about the difference in the formats for playing backgammon tournaments.
These rules have been conceived so people, when they lose the first match, don't quit the tournament. Let's face it, it was designed to keep all the players in the tournament. Because you can, even if you lose the first matches, you can still hope to get back in. That's the conception of the rules.
1 minute. They have started.
Okay, so we're about a minute away from the start of this magical Nordic Open 2019 final. I can't wait in the commentary here with Elias and Martin Fredrik Kahn. I'm not sure how you feel out there, the audience, but I'm sure we're in for a high quality final. I can't wait for this to begin. Cannot wait. Two super players. We're in for a treat, I'm sure.
As exciting as playing a chouette with Eric and beavering
Beaver Raccoon
one game out
and
of
crazy
two.
cubes,
Mhm.
8 cubes, 16 cubes. Do I take? Do I not take? Absolutely.
And I love this American rule that we don't play in France. I'm trying to have people play it in France, in chouettes, where the box can choose
who they take.
who they send the cube to.
Absolutely. So
That's good
in-
because you can adapt to the field.
You can. In American rules, consistently they have differing rules to elsewhere. Okay, I'm going to have to cut there because
The
it
post
looks
sign.
like we're about to start here. Okay, we are. We're going to start. We're going to be off very soon. Okay, that's Steen there. Okay, they're both using the baffle box. Okay, there's the handshake, and we're off. Here we go.
So Steen
Oh.
is up screen, right?
So Steen is playing the white checkers and Sven is playing the red checkers. Okay, so that's 4-1. Standard.
Standard split.
Yes. As I thought. So Sven is using the cup. Am I good at predicting or what? Double 3 for Sven.
You win all your bets.
Oh, I do. 5-2 for Steen. So he's thinking about what to do here. Do I leave the block? Do I not leave the
Will I
block?
go to the bar? Yeah, probably.
Okay, he slots the bar. Now he's looking
So
at what's his best
Coming
5.
down or stepping up to the bar.
Yes, okay, so he consolidates, puts another checker on the 8 point. Here comes Sven. And 4-5, 5-4. Okay, so this is a challenging roll already. What do we like here, guys?
We don't have still a double Tiger Mishi. Not yet, right?
Okay, he's looking, he's played the 5, he unstacks and hits with the 4. Okay. 4-2, so he hits.
Stepping up, maybe.
Comes up, yeah.
So you like the step up, okay, he does too. So early stages. This is 2-1 for Sven. Standard. So he hits. This is Steen. He dances with a double 6. Okay, he's taking a little look. So he's covering with 5s and 3s, and so we have some duplication here. He's hitting numbers. Oh, here he
Wow,
goes.
that's
He
pretty
sends the-
aggressive.
very aggressive
think-
from Svenpa. Is his nickname. So I will use his nickname. He's
Probably we can call it a test cube.
I think so. He's testing his Steen's medal. Good take. Yes. Okay, and we're off. We have action. 6-5.
Because 5 were duplicated, so probably not a cube, I guess.
Yeah.
With
so,
3 men back, right?
Yeah. So he goes for the blitz with the loose block on the 7
But it
point.
works. It works pretty
Wow, fan, and
fine.
now.
I would have lost the market personally, but
Yes, absolutely. But now he has some fantastic gammon chance. Okay, so do we cover the block or do we hit? That's what he's looking at. Oh, he's tempted. He sees the
Interesting.
block. Does he cover? I would personally cover.
me too. Yes. With 2 men
think,
on the bar.
you
I would
cannot-
hit if it were the second checker, right? But because he's already got a 2 on the bar, probably covering was
I
better.
think covering may have been
Yeah.
slightly better there. Okay, so Steen fights back. Svempa 4-6.
Okay, keep the guy on the bar. Don't let him anchor on the 4 point.
So you would hit here with the 6.
Yes.
Okay, he follows your lead, keeping up the attack, going for the gammon. And 2-5. He's 3 on the roof. Sorry, another one on the roof. Okay, so wow, double 6.
Okay, maybe the 9 points. Okay, yeah.
So
Okay,
that's
better.
1. Made the 4 prime. Now he's got 3 more 6s. That's 2.
3 and 4 down.
So he's got. Okay, so he makes the outside, makes the 15, and then down to the 7. Okay, so a nice moving consolidation play. And that's 3, and I can't quite
Yeah.
see the other number.
There's some reflection on the
There's
die.
There's a little bit of reflection here, so apologies that we can't see the other number straight away. 3-5. Okay, so he really wants to make this 5 prime. He's looking, and okay, so
interesting
now
choice. Interesting choice.
does he take the checker? Does he make the 3 point,
I
or
would
does he
make the
the
4
solid
point.
5
I
prime?
would make the 4 point. But
So you make the pure play.
I guess so.
He likes the pure play as well.
And I would stay back. I would just play 6-5.
Okay, he steps
doesn't
up.
change a lot. But.
Not much, but now he has 4s and 6s peering out rather than just a 5.
Mm-hmm.
This is 3-4 for Steen, an awkward number. Very awkward number. So how would you play 3-4 here, guys? This is a tough
Because
play.
he could control a bit better staying back at the 2 points. That's why maybe
what's-
better to step back in the 2 point.
What's his plan? Is he just trying to save the gammon, or is he trying to win this game?
It's tough.
He doesn't have good timing because red still have 4 men not in, so probably trying to save the gammon is more
Yeah.
sensible.
This is a tough play. Okay, he goes for wow.
So he wants to
Super
win.
double tiger. Super double tiger. We haven't seen this kind of move before.
Aha.
Okay, so 4-3.
He needs a
Okay.
3 now from the
He's praying for a 3 anything here. And that's a very bad for Steen. This is looking incredibly gammonish.
Despite of the anchoring on the 2
Yeah,
points.
even with the anchor, this is good for Steen. A 2-1. Oh, open sesame. Here he goes. He's going to leave everything. Yes, open sesame. Here we go. He's going all in. And 2-1. That's actually 2 in is pretty good for Steen there. So he's on 3-1.
Don't cover, let the checker there, yes.
Okay, so
39
he's thinking,
probably to cover.
is he going to slot the back?
I would
No.
play 39, but he doesn't fear of being shot here.
Okay, so
He can cover now.
4-3. Okay, so he's going to do this and hit. Okay, we have some action. We have some action. And 5-6.
Still not covering.
Is he? Oh, he comes out. Could slot the back also, but doesn't. Comes out, covers. 1-4. That's a very good roll for Steen. Okay, we have a bit more of a game now. And Svempa 5-2 or 2-5. Let's see how's he going to play this one. I think he'll come in on the 20
About 20.
and
15,
play
13.
15-13
Yes.
is my prediction for Svempa. Yeah.
Simple chess.
Yes. Oh, maybe he's looking to be fruity and come to 18. Oh, he makes the fruity play, duplicates the 6s.
Maybe it's a good idea not to get shot on the 5 point.
Wow,
Less
double
dangerous to be
aces.
shot, less
How do you
dangerous to
play
be
this
shot
one?
on the bar. than
Yeah,
the 5
but this,
point.
look at this play, guys. This is really interesting. How would you play double 1 here?
Ah,
Whoa. That's a tough one.
Very, very tough. Do you make the 5 point? Do you go for the back game? Do you a bit of both? I mean, I can see 3 or 4 different plays already.
I know I would spend at least 1 or 2 minutes on this
I
move.
think you really have to analyze this one, have a very, very deep look.
Trying
at
to anticipate what kind of final can happen here.
Yes, very much so.
So timing problem.
So there's one.
Can you really
That's
keep-
the easy one.
Can you really keep this checker on the bar with 4 men back? That's the question. And the 5 prime against him. I think I would go for the 3 point. I think it's a bit
He plays
optimistic,
ultra pure,
He
makes the
hopes for a
5
fan.
point, hopes for the fan.
but maybe a bit optimistic.
Okay. Oh, is that double 2 or 2 something? I can't see the other die. Bit of reflection here. Apologies for that. You can't see it clearly. 2 and 4 maybe, 2 and 5. He's pointing.
was
2 and 4 is my 2
No,
6.
it's
Double two?
Double two probably.
Double 2.
Was probably
Okay.
more urgent to make the 3 points than his 5.
Okay, so this is 5-1 for Steen. So he's got a decision here. Okay,
Right.
he hits. No, this is another interesting one.
He can
Would-
actually create his own little prime by playing 13-8 and advancing from 23 to 22.
I
That
think
would
I
be
would
an
have gone
option.
a little bit more. I would have gone for that play myself. I would have gone for the 8 point and the 22 point, as you played there, Elias. Yes, 1-6. He hits. Wow, this is a very dynamic position.
Why not stepping out? Maybe stepping out makes more sense in this position, duplicating 6s, and if he gets shot, the white loses the midpoint, which is really bad with this kind of back game with 4 men back. So
Okay.
stepping out is probably better.
So you favour this coming to the
I
18.
favor this, yes.
You, Elias, you like this play?
I mean, what do
Yeah,
you do if you play 6 with white? What do you shoot? Where do you shoot?
Good point. Good point. Okay,
I would do the same.
I like this play as well. And
What is this?
this is 6x. I can't see the X at the moment.
Probably not double 6.
No, otherwise you'd have played it quickly. Okay, so that's 6-3. And Sven rolls 1-3. Okay.
And now we can see the huge
Now, do you
difference that
still
one-
leave the checker on the 18, or do you step it there, or do you go 14 to 11 maybe? Okay, so he doesn't. Oh, he's duping the 1s and he's duping the 2 and the 1 and 6-4. Ah, maybe he knew he had some not so good 6s. So he does this and in. Okay, so Svempa 4-2. He slots the back. I like this. I like this play.
I don't, yeah.
Very nice. Very
I don't know if
aggressive.
it's necessary to slot. Yeah. Could have hide everything as well.
He could have, but he's trying to go for the 6 prime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's near. The main objective is to get out from the 24 and
This is
just
tricky.
come home.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know if it was really necessary to try to have a 6 prime. Know that white didn't make the 3 point, right?
okay.
Wow.
1-4. Well, he has made his 6 prime, but
He has
now
made
he's
it.
got a bit of a problem because
But
he's got 2
Really
back on the
stupid.
24. Wow, that's a great shot for Steen. 2-6.
Okay, 24, 22.
He's got to do that and look. He's got to do that and look. Does he step it out? Oh, he can't. It's a 6 prime. What am I talking about?
37.
So 13-7, he slots. My mistake. I thought it was a 5 prime, not a. Noticing it was a 6 prime.
Half and half.
Half and half.
Big half.
So he really needs a 6. That's a great roll for Steen. He can now bust him. And he's gone for the blitz. So he's hoping he fans here. And there's the fan. So he really wants a 6. Sven really wants the 6. Gammons go through the roof if he
That
rolls
was
a 6.
an interesting
And
decision.
it's a 5. 5-3.
That was an interesting decision. He played kind of quick. He wins more gammons, but for playing games, I don't know if it was the best play to break the 6 prime. Probably he wins
Absolutely.
more gammons, but it's interesting because he's really relying on a 6 now. Because white could have broken if had he kept the 6 prime, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, he played it very quick. I'm surprised that he didn't
Okay,
think
he's-
it through a little bit more. But
He's in with the 2. Now, where do you play the 5 here? I know where I like my 5. I think it's time to put my head into the
This
jaws of the
is-
lion,
this
and I
is
have
what-
to come to the 18 with the 5 here.
some would say this is open bar.
I think so. I think 5s don't grow on
Open
trees.
bar, big danger.
I think he's in trouble if he plays into the 6 point. I think his position.
No
Is-
6 or 5 from white and position bounces around.
I think it's mandatory to step up with a 5.
I agree with you, Elias. Yes. I
That extra checker on the 23, it screams to be used.
yes. Yes. It puts his forward position in grave danger. Nice play from Steen.
85 was a total joker.
Svempa wanting a 1-4.
1-4.
Okay, he hits, picks and passes.
Svempa's timing is getting worse and worse.
It is. And wow, 2-5
That's
again.
very nice.
Now do we step into the 18 again? He's a bit more stripped.
Probably minus 300 if he doesn't step to the bar, I guess.
I think you're right there, Martin. Yes, excellent play from Steen again. And he really wants this 6. He really needs a 6. And no 6. 5-3.
prefer
No
white.
hit. And
Doubling strategy interesting here.
wow, now we have a proper game now. Steen, I'm sure, is going to take some
I
time.
mean, in a Chouette, it's a nice double. Some will drop this, maybe.
Wow,
And maybe it's a
doesn't
good
look
theoretical
at
double.
this. Very aggressive from Steen.
But all this happened because the bar got opened.
Correct, yes.
Don't think it was the right move. Interesting.
Very interesting, but now Svempa has a very difficult decision here.
Probably still a tech, right? I don't have to estimate this.
Oh, this is a real tough one. I don't know. I certainly wouldn't be like to be on the board here facing this 4 cube.
With the half buried checker on the 3 point. I mean, a few pips timing difference make a lot of difference in this kind of position.
Do you
If you move the extra checker on the 3 point to the 8 point, let's say, maybe it's not a cube anymore. It's very touchy.
Yes.
Each pip of timing is like 2 or 3%.
Yes.
It's can be very.
What do you think, Elias?
What would you do?
I don't like this position as red. I think I would pass this one.
You think
I would take it if it were a 3 cube.
Yes.
Maybe.
A 3 cube.
A 3
maybe
cube,
in the
it's
Chouette,
okay,
but,
yeah.
in a major final
You
like
know, in
this.
Paris, I introduced this.
A
When
3
I have a
cube.
cube, I want the guy to take it. I don't cube to 8. I say, okay, I cube to 7.
Perfect.
Good. Like
Very
this,
good.
you can get a tech maybe.
Sven has really no timing in this game, and Steen's position looks very good. Every 4 is except 4-1
Yes.
is a market loser, and even without the 4 is quite big favorite.
Yeah, because he has the 2 extra checkers he can move, the one on the 18 and the one on the 11. It just gives him more time to wait for Svempa to maybe, deteriorate his position, or when he rolls a 6, he's going to be in danger of being sent back again. So, wow,
nice.
he takes.
Maybe
I'm not
he's right.
sure I
I'm not
would
sure
take
it's
it
right.
myself.
That's a rough
I
take.
must admit, this is a very dangerous
Oh,
take.
double 1, the best for white.
Yeah, he can
making
easily,
the bar and
he can easily,
wasting only 4 pips.
he can
timing.
easily get gammoned here. He's really.
It's funny because double 1 was the total joker for white, closing the bar at no waste.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's perfect. But now he's just in protection mode. He really has to watch himself. He's primed here behind the 6 prime. That's very, very good for Svempa.
That's the worst.
That's the worst for Steen, but at least he can do this. So this is this crucial roll. What's going to happen next? His best roll is double 6 and 6-2.
Wow.
That's a fantastic roll for Svempa as well. My goodness. He's desperate for a 5. That's a
That's
great
the 5.
shot.
Okay,
That's perfect.
This is an 8 or
That's
16
perfect.
game. maybe.
This looks like it's going to be Steen's game. Will he win 4? Will he win 8? 6-2. That's not good for Svempa. He needs him to fan here. Oh, this is looking bad for Svempa. I'm fearing the gammon here. I'm fearing an 8-0 start for Steen. And fan. No, he missees the dice. 4-3. Standard.
Well, 4 prime is a 4 prime, right?
Yeah,
We all lived through this.
we have. And will he pop it out? He
Yes.
pops it out. Okay. So now Steen's going to be looking to move his checkers in the best position, bearing in, so he
So
creates a
what-
good bear off.
What would be your estimate for gammons here? 1 man on the roof, 2 men on the ace point.
Oh,
30, 35.
35, maybe 36% gammons here. Yeah, you allegedly always get a shot from the ace point, but when that shot comes, it's
And
normally you're staring at a gammon, potentially a backgammon. So
the extra checker on the second point makes a little hope for red.
yes,
Very
on the
little.
2 point.
I mean, you got to learn to cling on something when there's nothing.
Absolutely, he's desperate here. The more he fans, the better for his position. He wants to really fan, then come in with ace-6 and then keep his board. So he's really hoping to release a checker with the 6.
So
quite
there's a
quickly.
choice in the B rough here.
Yes, he
It's
can
interesting.
play.
Maybe 6-4 was more precise, I guess, because he should fill in the 4 point. I think it's a mistake.
Well, now I think this is a very tiny mistake from Steen because he has bad 4s now. He can leave a shot with some of his 4s.
It's a little mistake.
Not this one.
Okay, so he's not too bad, but plays the 1, and I think he should clear from the 6 and go to the deuce. I don't like taking off here.
Or maybe he can take off because red, if red doesn't roll a 6, he's gonna crush.
Yeah, but in these situations, you really want to be trying to clear the 6 point. I'm not sure if this is right, but I slightly favour going to the 2 point. And double ones, good roll. That's the 6 point gone. And he leaves the bad double 6, double 5. So I think that's 3 up, and then 1 to the 4. Oh, he's going. Oh, maybe he's going for the buster.
Or the idea is as is 5-2, 5-3, 5-4. Red is gonna break, and if he clears the 6 point, red is not going to break. So maybe it's a good idea to keep the 5 prime here, because he's very strong with white. He's not very fearing any shots because red is about to crash if he doesn't roll a 6.
Well spotted, Martin. I like your idea.
I guess
here.
that's why he's not clearing. But maybe clearing is good. I don't know. But I would not clear. I would just two time out of 3. There's no 6. And
So you push a bit more for the gammon and the
yeah, because
and the
not
bust.
all the 5s run away,
Yes,
and
absolutely.
he loses and he wins less gammons. But
He
it's
does.
6-5 anyway.
6-5. He escapes anyway. But this is maybe a little bit safer longer term. But like you say, we can maybe get him to bust on the other side. Double aces again.
Oh no, not this.
Okay, so this is a shot on 6-4 and 5-4 immediately.
Why create all these bad numbers? I don't.
He could keep a spare on the 5.
Yeah, he
points.
should keep.
I
a
think
spare.
I would have left just a bad 6-5, but
Now he
he's
has
looking to
double-
clear the
double
back.
4s.
6-1, okay.
Yeah.
And Svemper's not looking too bad. He was looking like he was maybe going to get gammon, but this looks like it should be a routine save, but 6-3. Okay, so now he's got bad 3s. And a bad double 6, double 5, and double 4.
Well, I'm not sure if it's bad. It's increasing his gammon chances. If
It
he
is,
has
but
a-
oh wow,
3-1
the
is good.
best 3-1. That's the best for sure. So this is the game virtually locked. And double 4s, fan. So he wants 2 off here. Okay, 6-2. Svemper wants to enter and take the pressure off. He wants to enter. And 5-3. Okay, now this is the race for survival. Will the gammon come? Bang!
Ah.
Gammon pressure. Here we go.
3
He
rolls for
needs
white.
over 8. He needs a shot. He wants to
3
get over 8
crossovers,
here.
3 crossovers
7.
for red.
That's not so good. He's in gammon danger. He's in
Yeah.
gammon danger.
Any double
And
from white?
5-2. Okay.
He should be able to save it.
He
with a
should
normal
be,
roll.
but he's under pressure. 6-4. So okay.
16% gammon.
Oh no,
Or
this
2.
is
16%.
and
Ah, no
6-3.
gammon.
No gammon. Svemper's relieved. Only 4 points down instead of 8. Wow, what a game. 4-0.
Exciting game for our first game. A prime vs prime with a lot of bouncing around.
And we had a big turner one because Steen was in really big trouble.
Some decisions which have been made quickly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think in hindsight, Svemper at the end is the one a bit more relieved in this game that he wasn't 8-0 down. I think he's a little bit more comfortable in his seat only being 4-0 down and much more backgammon to be played. So 4-1, 2-3. Okay, the mini split. 4-3 response. Okay.
All right.
20 point or 5 point?
Probably is 5 point because he's got the checker on the 9 point, which were
Yeah,
vulnerable.
absolutely. I like this play. 6-5.
Another classic.
Okay.
With
Oh,
the choice of
does he
going
go
from
for the? He
back.
goes for. Oh, he goes.
So
for,
if white were not splitted, probably that was correct, but I would have played from the 24 point because white has many more shots. Probably
Yeah.
this was not the correct one.
I agree
It
with you,
will be
Martin.
checked, but
Yeah, I like. I
plus
like
the
your play.
pressure on the 8 point while you stay on the 3 point of white.
Yes, 4-5. Steen ahead in the position, leading in the score. 4-3.
So no hyperactivity, just make the 10 point here.
I think so. Nice and quiet.
That's
Improve
quite
the
clear.
position. No need to
Yeah.
take any chances. He's already ahead. Ahead in the score. Ahead in position.
Simple
Nice
plan,
play.
tactically, contain and escape.
Yeah.
A bit of both. Everything works. Lelu.
Wow.
Numbers
Double
for
threes. What a
Steen.
shot.
That's his best roll.
That's his best. 2-3, and now we have a nice game. Look at this. Equalize the position. Now we have an interesting game. Very good roll by Svempa there.
So always consider to get out in this kind of position, despite of the triple shot. Maybe it's incorrect, but you have to consider it because he's stripped everywhere with white. With
Okay,
red.
so he goes for the
But
unstack
this is
and
maybe better.
6 and 4s peering out. 6-1.
Probably has to hit here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
he
incorrect.
does. Yeah, I like this play.
Attack one man, contain two men.
Yes, attack a
Right.
single checker. And the 5, he's looking.
Probably
Does he
down,
come to the 18? No, he goes to the 8 point, improves, puts an extra spare there. Okay, he's having a little look. 6-4. Okay, that's a little awkward. This is
Can
a,
make the 2 point and unstack
point, yeah,
the
it's-
6 point. Maybe that's best.
I like that play best
yeah,
here.
it's active.
Yeah.
It's too passive. You're not gonna break the 13 point to make the 3.
That's a little passive.
I don't really like this play.
I'm not so keen on that because if he gets hit on the ace point there, he's...
But on 6-4, he got right.
Yeah, a great play. He obviously knew that he was going to miss with the ace, and if he played the unstacking play, he'd be on the roof. 5-3. Let's see what he's thinking here. Okay, he's...
So 13-8, 6-3 or 13-5.
Could it be right to play 6-3? Usually it's wrong, but in this position,
I don't mind 6-3.
unstacking the 6
Oh no, this
point.
is this can be
I'm
good,
not
this.
so keen on this. He's hitting with
I mean,
an
white
8
white
and
doesn't
6s,
have
4s, 2s.
white doesn't have any plan except attacking. So don't
Yeah.
give white a plan. White can only escape, but if he doesn't roll a 5, he's got nothing. He's tripped everywhere. So don't be under attack when the other guy has no plan.
Sure, no.
White has no plan because white has got 3 checkers on the 2 point.
Yes,
So he's desperate to attack on the 4 point.
I agree with you, Martin. Yes, I'm not so keen on going to the
And we
midpoint.
can quickly see that the race is not favorable to red.
He probably
He's
is
10
trying-
he's 10 up in the outfield, and
Would probably
infield is
counting.
losing a lot.
So 3 and no shot. What do you think of this? As,
Oh no, this is no good. No, not to the ace
I
point.
don't like this play.
No. Should have played the 5 first and think for the 3.
I agree. This is a little bit conservative now. It's harder for him to contain that checker maybe on the
So
23.
4 to no regret. Leaving would have been a disaster.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is 4-2 for Steen.
Tough play, tough play.
Very tough play. Does he clear this? He does.
Okay, this is
Keeps his
this
shape.
is clear. This is neat.
Yes, very much so. And
Okay,
so this is not-
pointing.
yeah,
the
looks
loose
like he's
point.
going to have to be aggressive here. That checker has to be on the bar. Yeah. Now he regrets the slot
One
of the
step
ace
away
point.
from one step away from
Exactly.
a cube if he
Yeah.
fans. Oh, that's a cube.
Okay,
Probably.
there's a fan.
Is it a cube?
I think he
Yeah,
has to
it's-
cube because of the score.
It's dynamic, but White's position, except the 5 point, is kind of poor.
This is a good cube. I like
It's
the
a
cube
good
from
cube.
Svempa.
5 covers, 2
You-
4 makes the 4. 9 combinations that make the 4 point, right?
Yes.
Double 4 doesn't work. Quite. So that's 8 combination.
Double four's an anti-joker
And you
for
got total
red.
jokers like double 6, crushing, double 3.
Yes.
Even double 5 is great.
Yeah, but the more important question, would you take?
Ah, yes. I
You
don't
would
know.
take?
No, I don't know. I would
Would you
think.
take Elias?
Well, I guess
tough,
that
huh?
white has a good race, so
Okay.
I would probably take.
And he's
but,
already leading
uh,
4-0, so maybe it's
Okay,
reasonable, I
so
don't know.
yeah.
I didn't have time to count the race, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it looked like a take to me.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 men back, maybe it's a tag.
Yeah, it could
And
be a take.
he have this 5 point.
Yeah, but it could also be risky with his 4-point lead. He's maybe thinking, okay, I won't give you such a good chance to get back into the match. I'll freeze you out for 1 point. It could be a small take. I'll let you have 1 point and we'll play
Yeah,
another
it's
game.
small
Yeah,
tip.
sure,
It's a
it
tip
could
to
be.
the waiter.
Yeah, here you go. Here's a little
Take a
something for
point.
you. Take a point. Let's start the next one. Okay, so 4-1, Steen leading. Svempa trying to come back. And 6-2.
Splitting is theoretical, but
Yes.
you can come down to create more complicated game. If the opponent is really weaker, it's more clever to calm down.
And
But
what
we
if-
got 2 strong opponents, so it's the good play to split, probably.
But also, what about if you're 1-4 behind? Would you do the split here to 22 or come down to 11, being slightly behind maybe in the match.
I would
maybe
probably
Morgan.
play a little more aggressive.
Yes, you'd come
Playing
down to
two
11 with
down,
your
yeah.
deuce on that
Yeah, I
one,
think so.
Martin.
I don't know if the scores changes so much at this stage. I don't know. Maybe it's a bit like money game for now. No.
Maybe a little bit, but you're
bit.
behind. You've got a deficit in the score, and you're looking to get back on track. I may have played LS's play and come to
Okay.
11, create a little bit more dynamism on the board, and test him, and try and get yourself a bit more forward. So this is double 2 for white or for red.
For white.
Okay. So obviously, because we're using the one player, Steen is using the baffle box, Svemper is using the cup. So when they roll the dice, they're both rolling on the right-hand side of
And
the
you
board.
have another clue. It's the clock. You can see the.
Yes,
the-
sir.
the
Very
bottom-
good point,
bottoms
Martin.
up.
So if you're ever unsure who's rolled the dice, just look for where the time bank is ticking down, and that's the player that's on roll at that moment in time.
So that's a very interesting double too. That would be played very differently depending on the score. Not at this score, but for instance in a 5-point match, depending on the gammon go or not. But at this score, I guess it's probably a standard play.
Well, it's an interesting play for Steen as well, because he's not moved those 2 checkers. Oh, yeah, there he goes. He's moved it now.
Maybe I would just make the 3-point. It's a permanent asset. I don't know if shooting on the ace point, it's a tempo, but it's a bit loose. I don't really like this.
So
play.
when you say the 3-point, do you
I would
mean
make
the
the-
22
Yeah.
here, stepping up, making an advanced
yeah,
anchor?
it's a big permanent asset. The 3-point.
I like your play, Martin. Would you play that, Elias, as
I
well?
think I would make the 22 point because of Sven having started his prime. I think the anchor is important to have
It
now.
deprives from a tempo. Maybe it's correct to shoot in the ace point if white had 1 more point in his board.
Okay.
But he's too weak to play dynamic like this. And the
Okay.
punishment is coming.
Here's the
straight away.
punishment straight away. He enters with a fantastic double ace. Now he's just looking, do I pick up? Do I not pick up? Do I go to the 7? Do I go to the 23?
And do I regret not to have the 3-point?
Yeah.
Now
gonna see now.
Steen is really regretting not having
No, he
that
doesn't
point.
regret. Okay.
Yeah, but now he's under pressure in the position, which he didn't want at this scoreline. He's now given Svemper an incentive. He now has a nice 4 block, maybe turn into a 5 prime, 3 checkers back. Would you cube this position?
I think Svemper has a strong double here.
I would definitely cube. He rolls on,
Yeah,
respecting
I
Steen's
would cube.
level of
All
play.
fives
I
are
would have
really
cubed
good.
there, just to put him
Probably,
under
yes,
under a bit more
Plus
pressure in the
the
position.
trap man on the ace point is.
Yeah, he's behind, and
Yeah,
it's
yes,
a
it
good
was a
chance
big
to send across a nice cube, I think.
Still a beautiful cube from the bar, obviously.
A little bit less now because
I
he's
don't
made
know,
the
2
point, but
yeah, but it's the 2-point. Huh?
okay, so he does a slightly different strategy.
I mean, even if he fans, it's still okay.
No, I still like the cube, but I preferred it when it was a bit more undecided before. Where am I going to make the 5 prime? Am I not going to make the 5 prime? Am I going to make the anchor? Am I going to get out? I think this is an easier decision
You like
for
the
Steen.
threat
Yeah, you must have. Now he's
hovering
made.
over his head.
He's covered his block, so this is an easier decision for Steen, in my opinion. He's still thinking, okay, I'm behind
I
the
mean,
5
White's
prime.
position is really stiff. I mean, it's.
It's stiff, but he has a 3-point board as
I don't know,
Svemper, and
I-
Svemper is also on the bar.
I would take maybe if
So-
the point on the ace point is to have 3 men back on the 3-point, but the lonely guy way behind, he relies on a 2. After he relies on 6s,
Yeah.
he doesn't have a blockage. I mean, he's got 2 points behind. The 2 and the 4 point is not very strong. He doesn't have the 9 point, the 10 point. Hard to take. He would pass,
Okay,
I
and he
guess.
passes. The
And that's an indication of the former position being a double.
yes, I'm certain he would have taken in the previous position.
Yeah, he missed
and
a big
he's
double.
missed his market by only gaining 1 point, where he could have maybe at least 1, 2, maybe 4 if Steen had taken.
Yeah.
So maybe a slight opportunity missed there.
So actually, the 3-2 was a market loser then.
Yes, very much so. Okay, so 4-2 to Steen. Early stages of this game.
2 on the bar. So if it were 5-1, you would not be shooting 2. And
Yes. And 5 both in. Hitting. This is Svemper on roll. 5-1. And he continues the blitz.
duplicate in 5s.
Duplicating the 5s. And 5-4. That's a good roll for Steen. Anchors up. And here comes Svempa. 3-2. Anchors up as well. Okay, so this is starting to get into resemble a bit of a position now. Okay, we're starting to get a bit more of a game here.
A holding position. Kind
Holding
of classical.
position. He'd like to cover the 7
Do you
point.
prefer red with bad race but good control, or do you prefer white? That's the question.
I slightly prefer red at this stage because white needs to do something in the next couple of
Okay,
rolls.
interesting.
Yeah. Now it's not so bad. He's improved it a little bit more, so now I'm leaning a bit more towards white. Now he's improved his position a little bit. And 6-3.
So breathe a
that's-
little from the back.
The 6 is standard, and 3 looks standard as well.
Yeah.
I think he has to step up.
Or make the bar. Yeah, make the bar all the way. Maybe making the bar is better. I don't know. Not obvious. Not obvious.
I prefer making the bar. You know,
Maybe it's correct.
it's just a
Make the
little bit
bar,
more
yeah.
solid, and it does challenge
Even
white
if
to
it
do
strips
something.
the midpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting also this move. Maybe
Okay.
more open, but
Maybe because white is stripped, he likes giving him 3s and 2s here.
3s are a bit costly for white to shoot at.
Yes. Okay, so this is a little tester for Steen. Gives minimum shots, hits on the ace point. Unstacks at the same time. And 5-3. Double 3. Wow, okay.
No choice.
Yeah, nothing better to do in the words of Falafel.
3 down, no good. 3 down.
Okay, he's looking at the creative play here, stripping and da-da-da-da. 3 down, blocking the
3 down would be a good
5s.
idea without all these men back, probably.
Yes,
Too many people back.
I agree. Okay, 4 point and 11. Okay, so we've got this kind of mutual holding, containing
Yeah, it's kind of a
slightly.
quiet holding games that can come to fury
Wow.
spontaneously
Yeah, okay.
at
so
some point.
Svempa now makes a big improvement.
The
full
first that
prime.
leaves the anchor.
Okay.
A few 3 or 4 more moves quiet, and in 4 or 5 moves,
Yeah,
be fast and furious.
absolutely. And Svempa really would like to roll a deuce here.
Yes.
He's
breathe
oh,
a
there's
little
the
bit.
deuce. That's a lovely shot. That really does improve his position. Steps up. He's got the runner. He's put a nice checker on the 6 point. So now this is a position where whoever rolls the first lucky roll is probably going to win this game.
4
The-
primes. Yeah.
Both have got a nice prime in position. Whoever rolls a double 5 or double 6 is going to make a big advancement in this game. And 3-1. Okay, so he does this. Keeps his 4 prime.
It's like a 50-50 game right now.
It is very much so. Oh, he almost got the double 6. He almost got the double 6.
So is he gonna be leaving, taking advantage of the 2 blots and 2 or 3 points? Probably.
Would you leave here,
I would
Martin,
not
from the
break the
anchor?
prime. Why doesn't he leave? I don't understand.
Would you break the prime there,
I
Elias?
didn't have time to think about it.
Well, I
but
mean, it was
I
maybe
think
not
I
good,
would,
but I would have thought about it longer.
if I'm leading the race and my opponent
Because
has
he leads
2
in the
blots
race,
in
it's
the
2 men
home board,
back against 3.
Yeah, I would leave.
That is why the move before, maybe red should not have played like this. Maybe red should have broken his bar, not to have 2 men open in his field, letting white go. Maybe, I don't know, but not
Close
obvious.
call, I think. Close
Close call.
call. Close call.
But since white didn't take advantage of this, we don't.
Yeah, and now this is a 4-2 for Svempa. Is he standing up? I can see his shadow over the board. Is he taking a picture? Or is he looking? Okay. Shadow's gone. He's... Okay, yeah.
I take only pictures of my wife.
Double fire. Oh, there's the
Oh.
Joker.
Finally.
There's the Joker. Now, the cube is coming. 3-1. He slots.
Probably.
Oh, he steps out.
Where's
Oh,
the
okay.
race? Where's the peep count?
Ah,
now?
the 2 blots. He's got a blot on ace and deuce, so he steps out for the contact. But
Way
Did you
behind.
take?
he
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Auto
too much
pass. Too much behind in the race.
So the first big double won the game.
Yes, as predicted. It was all a case of whoever rolled the Joker was going to win that game. So a nice double 5 from Steen. now leading 5-2.
So there are some guys on the chat asking who the third guy is, other than Elias and Eric.
So that's my time.
Oh,
Okay, so
people are being curious.
they're very curious. Who is this Martin you're talking about? I've never
Who's this?
seen this Martin. Who is this guy? So let me do that. We'll keep an eye on both. Maybe when there's a bit more of a break, I'll add in some spice about Mr. Martin Frédéric Kahn from France. He's not that well known a player, even though he's magnificent. He's a very, very strong live player and a very, very strong online player. And he's comfortably one of the best players from France.
And we weren't allowed to have XG in the studio, so that's why we have Frédéric Martin here. So the
Always
next,
making
be-
fun
the
of the
best
French people, obviously.
Oh, no. I would never make fun of Martin. He's one of the best players in the world for sure. And not only that, he's a fantastic sportsman and a gentleman over the board at all times. He's a credit to our backgammon game.
In
And
the
it's-
crazy chouette.
In the crazy chouette. And it's nice to have him here in the studio commentating on this lovely
In
final.
Copenhagen.
In Copenhagen. Okay, so this is 5-1. And this is for Svempa. He's looking. Has he got all of this to play, or is he... Not sure what he's looking at here. Has he got all of this to play, or has he played another... Oh, he cubes.
Oh, yeah. Cubes.
Oh, two...
Good cube.
I like his cube very much.
lot of threats.
A lot of threats. He's testing Steen's resolve here. He's got a little 3-point cushion in the match score. He's threatening to maybe make that 5-point, put him under pressure, blitz him, get a gammon here. I love this cube. Excellent cube by Svempa. Dynamic, volatile, just the way we like it when we're behind in the score. Now, the most important question. Would you take?
Mm-hmm.
And he takes.
Score.
Okay, we have action.
Probably is right to take. Still one man back.
We
with
have
red.
action. And it's not the 6-1.
And it's
or
a
the
threat. It's not achieved yet.
Yeah, Svenpa's a little bit disappointed. It wasn't 3-1, 6-1, 5-1, double three.
Yes.
He was visualizing all these good numbers. Double three.
Ooh, that hurts.
That's a very good response from
And the
Steen
5
under
point
pressure.
Probably, despite of the
Well, is it the 5-point? It's the 5, or it could be the 3-point unstacking that
Compact.
heavy 6.
Yeah, it's a very nice debate. Unstacking versus compacity.
Yeah.
But I would prefer compacity.
You go pure?
I would go.
Would you go pure, or would you
in this
unstack
position.
here,
It's
Elias?
Oh.
This is a tough call. I may go for unstacking because he's threatening with 5s and 4s
Mhm.
anyway.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, that was a close play actually.
There's gonna be a battle of shots anyway, so
So this is 5-3, so he has to come in on the 5 and blitz. Put the checker on the 13. I think he has to go to 13, unfortunately. I think it's too...
He can shoot on the 3-point as well, but maybe it's no good.
Ooh.
But can you leave the tempo and not shoot anything?
It's only a 5.
It seems weird.
With some
not to
3s,
shoot.
2s and 1s on his 20-point.
It seems
Maybe he
weird
should
not to
try
shoot anything.
Consolidate. If he hits.
I would
with
shoot
the
on the
6
3
points.
points personally.
So you hit on the 3. Elias,
Yeah.
what do you do
I
here?
would probably do something like this. Maybe
I think
play
it's too
from,
passive.
from 16.
Too passive. Look, he's
Not
got
so sure
four
if-
men in the field.
Double
Wow.
3s. This is a great roll for Steen. He's going to... Yeah,
Would
okay.
be good anyway.
This would be super duper anyway.
double
But
3
now...
A knockout.
Svempa needs to enter. He needs to enter. He needs to... That's a bad
So
fan.
it's too good for
It's a
probably.
bad fan. I'm not sure.
Probably
He's-
too good.
yeah.
4-1. He played the too
I would
good.
have at least had to think about it. I
Yeah,
would have
4
at
and
least
1 in the air, 8.
Yeah, I would have think about it. It probably is too good, but I'd have had a little think, just to make
A
sure.
little bluff think or a little think?
A bit of both, maybe. A bit of
You
both.
think a bit, you shake the head and you send the cube and you get taken, right?
No, but you want to put the guy under pressure, right?
All right.
So at least think a little bit. Let him feel a bit uncomfortable in his seat there. You don't want to roll straight away and let him think, oh yeah, that's all right.
And you want to enjoy his position.
Of course. So it's looking like definitely the right decision to roll on here. So he's hit with the 1. He's looking at his 6.
All right, it should not be that hard to escape. It's a bit like a Swiss cheese, right position.
It is, yeah. He's looking for a joker. He needs a double 1 or a double 2. He fans. Okay, this is not looking good for Svempa.
All right, slot the bar.
Double 3.
I
That's
don't-
a good roll.
I don't think
for,
shifting. Maybe shifting to the. Oh no, he can shoot loose on the ace point. Probably better. Not. Don't let the guy anchor on the ace point. So shooting on the ace point from the 10 point probably, and the last 3, I don't know. Probably shooting loose is better than shifting.
Well, no, shifting's pretty good
Yeah,
because I
you-
think he can leave no shots, and then he's still bearing on the open
You have
point.
double 4. You leave double 4 for a few moves. I don't know. Anyway, shoot on the ace point. I don't know how, but
So
don't.
do you definitely pick up the fourth guy, Elias? Or would you keep it ultra pure?
A 1 for red is huge. So don't let him
I
anchor.
think I'm going pure here.
10-1.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay. 10-1? Okay.
But not
I
shooting.
don't want to want him to make the.
Yeah, not shooting on the ace point is a
Okay,
blunder.
so he went the other way
Yeah,
and gone for the priming.
Probably a blunder.
Once he get the 1 point, he always
Double
has a hope.
6. He does, yes. I would have hit for sure.
A 1 is huge.
Is this 5-4?
Huge.
Double 5? 4-5?
A timed back game from the ace point is 15%.
Okay, this
right?
a little bit of a weird strategy. Roll 5-4, right? And he could have made the 2 point or considered it, but
Was
he-
it a 5-4?
it was because he
Okay.
came out with 4 and then he blitzed with the 5 on the ace
Okay,
point,
yeah.
But-
which is a little bit away from his strategy from priming.
Maybe we can explain why is this so important not to let the guy anchor on the first point.
Sure.
Because first point back game is almost 15% if it is timed correctly, right? And if he close out, it's like 1% or something like this. So that's why it's very important to not let the guy anchor on the first point.
I agree.
So
And
I'm
he's
surprised he
actually,
didn't shoot.
He's not risking much by attacking on the 1
Yes.
point.
only
So,
2 points in front of him.
Yeah.
4 on the roof. I mean,
Mhm.
he's only got 2 points to come in on. He gets more
So
backgammons
what
when he
went
closes him
through
out.
Steen's
Yeah.
head?
It was a
Does he
bit
feel the
unusual.
pressure? Does he feel the pressure?
I'm not
What's going
sure.
on? I'm surprised.
But
And Svempa is probably thinking, what happened here?
He definitely
So a
is,
couple
but
of rolls
Still
after
dizzy,
his,
still dizzy.
After his double, he was with three men on the bar. So
yeah, but he's been given a couple of chances.
Okay, still can shoot on the ace point.
He should shoot on the
He
ace
has
point.
to go for it and
He
step up
should
if he
shoot.
wants.
He should shoot.
Or like this.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. Yeah.
And plus the triple games. Huh? If he
The
close
backgammons.
out,
The backgammons.
I don't remember the percentage, but at least 15-17% of triple if he close out 4 men.
Yes.
Don't
Yeah,
remember exactly, but something like this.
Okay, so this is another interesting one. I don't think he steps up with 4 because he's got fewer numbers to get out. So I prefer this. If he steps with the 4, he's blocked with
Yes.
3s, 5s, and 6s, which isn't
Correct.
so good. So I like the fact he's made this play.
White should think more of his rolls than red rolls, right?
Correct.
His anti-jokers that would break something.
Yes.
So he's got to watch out of the double 5, double 6s, or stuff like that.
Yeah. Yes. So with 4 on the roof, he doesn't need to fear Svempa's jokers from the bar. He just wants to optimize his escaping possibilities without the
Mhm.
anti-joker.
So close with the 6 to keep 2 checkers pointing on the deuce point. No.
He keeps the prime and
Okay.
escapes. Okay,
He
this
can
is
escape
okay
as
as
well.
well.
Okay, he can
This takes
escape.
the pressure off coming out, so I don't mind this. He can always improve on the next roll and move
You're
another
right, you're
checker.
right.
So this is okay. Take the pressure off of escaping. Now he's got virtually no
Yeah,
anti-jokers.
right escaping was important.
Yes, I think so. He can always be more creative in the position after he's taken the pressure off of getting out. So this is looking very bad for Svempa.
Well, anyway, we are comparing 98% to 99, so
Yeah,
it's
there's-
not really interesting.
Yeah, of course.
The only question is the triple game.
So
What's gonna happen?
what does he do here? He's got to play an ace or a deuce with that one. Yeah, that's
Gammon
the
is
ace.
totally acquired if he doesn't get shot.
Okay, so he's given himself double 3s to close. Okay, and Svempa is looking in very bad shape here. Is looking like, okay, this is doom and gloom for Svempa. He's really
This is gloomy.
not looking good. He would, I think he would take the gammon loss straight away here. It's the backgammons I think he's a little bit concerned about, especially against a player like Steen. You know, if he plays a favourable bearing.
So in the Birin, try not to put checkers on the 6 points, right? Not to heavy the 6 points. So he's gonna try to put checkers on 5 and 4 point. Or this position is nice too.
Very, very nice indeed. I would just take off.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
just
or
rip
take
it off.
For 6, yeah.
Just from 4,
But
just
you're
take
right,
4
yeah.
off. With
Very
the
simple.
BGs, you've got to make a little push here.
there is no risk in taking one off.
Oh, this is.
yeah,
I'm not so keen on this one.
yeah. With
You know, he's got no bad numbers the other way. If he rolls a
Yeah, I agree.
6x with an ace or a deuce, he's still in good shape, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think he loses a little bit of BG in that position. I would have made a little push for the BG there and just taken one off.
I think
Yeah,
you're
me
right.
too.
He's not risking that much.
So in
He has
this
to
idea,
roll
so
a
he's gonna
bad- a
clear the
bogey
6
twice.
points, but he should do as you say. He should eat.
but his backgammon's really deflate by playing the kind of clearing the 6-point play.
And it is not so much safe than the other players.
It looks safer, but you lose so much with the
Yeah.
extra BGs, you know.
And with
looks
4 men
like-
the bar, it's not that safe.
It looks like Steen is maybe happy with the gammon here.
Maybe an optimist too much. I would be very happy with the backgammon, but I would make a little sneaky
Oh,
push.
yeah.
You see, it's not that safe.
Oh
It's not that
wow! And look at
Because
this.
the strategy-
He's praying for a 4,
The strategy here with so many men on the bar is the best defense is to, even if you get
and he
shot,
misses.
is to keep points in your board, is to keep a 4-point board, right?
Absolutely.
The best defense is to keep a strong board. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's looking at fanning. He wants to fan. He wants to fan. He wants to fan, and he comes in. Steen now
Okay.
breathes a sigh of
So that's
relief.
4
Massive
points.
gammon chance.
4 points for,
Almost impossible to save the G here.
I would say, totally. No, 2-1, 6-6.
He resigns the gammon. This is going to be difficult for Svemper now. He's really going to have to focus, get his concentration going, really look to...
So now the score is to take into consideration for the decisions, right?
Yeah, and
Because the gap increased.
maybe Svemper should be looking to take... He hasn't looked at taking a break yet. I may have considered taking a break at that moment.
To
you
steam
know.
it off.
Well, Steen's found some reversal form. He's 7 points ahead of me. He's, what's he away now? He's 8 away from winning the match.
Mhm.
I may have taken a break there just to reset myself and try and come back with a new plan. Okay, so 5-2, Svemper, standard. 5-4.
Okay, come in
or
the
5-2.
Probably coming in the 5.
Is it 5-4 or
It's
4-5? No, 5-2 as well.
Better to come in the 5, I guess. No.
No, this is good as well. I
Nice.
like this
Piling
too.
up in the 8 point.
Yeah, he has a good position. Yeah,
Better to come
doesn't
in the
need
5.
to encourage Red to have good attacking chances. Maybe on the 20 point. I don't mind this at all. Double threes. What a beauty. Yep, 3-point board. Now we've got some game. And Svemper needs something good to happen. That's good for him. Excellent. 6-2. Good for the audience.
Mhm.
Svemper's starting to come back a bit in the position.
Oh, nice.
5-3. Very nice indeed. Okay. So that stopped the cube. 5-3. And looks like it's to the 8 point. Nice and safe. Or making the 3 point.
If he makes the 3 point, it duplicates 4, but maybe it's
Oh,
better
it
to
looks
keep
like
only 1 man in the nature. Maybe it's
Yeah.
more solid. This
I think so. 1 man back. Solid position.
better, yes.
Yeah. 3-1. Okay. Stays on the 24. Hoping to give him some bad 6s. And there it is. There's the... Oh, it's
Ciao.
not so bad. My mistake. My apologies. 6-2. He runs.
It's a nice running roll.
Yeah.
He missed.
6-1. So...
So pressure's on the white now to have a shoot.
Yes. So he's looking at, does he slot? Does he not slot? He does slot, but only he does the consolidation slot. Keeps some shape. Okay. Svemper's looking. He wants to look at we must be ahead in the race here, 3 back, but his position's a little bit unstable.
And it's
I don't think it's
still
a
a lot
market-
of gaps. It's too
I
soon.
think it's not a market loser if he safeties that checker. Okay, so he has, and
In this kind of position, if he makes the board, it will be a cube probably, or the 3 points. He needs 1 more point to put pressure and
I
check
agree.
the race.
yeah.
3 men back is already 64 pips, right?
Wow, that is
That's
that looks like a market loser to me.
so this kind of play is
Okay, he's
interesting.
checking out. Well, oh yeah, do I blitz on the ace point?
This kind of play is interesting depending on the position of the cube, right?
Absolutely, and I
But
think
now he's got access to the cube, so probably 4 men down is good and no cubing.
he has to send the cube.
But can you take this?
I
No,
don't think so. It's
I
a
don't
bit
think
poor
so.
control
Yeah, wow.
at this point.
That
It's,
was
uh,
the
it's-
that
This
was
was a
the
blitz pass.
that was the super pass.
He ripped it off his hand.
Almost as he touched the clock, he'd already passed before he even pressed the button. He was out of there. Wow. Okay.
Strategically, a break should be important here
Okay. Yeah.
to break
So
the sequence.
3-9. Steen in good position, 8 points away from being the Nordic Open champion. Svempa with an uphill task here, playing a Grandmaster, behind in the score, not quite getting the fortune over the board. He really has to hope he can make something happen here. Double deuces.
Luck duck.
Okay, he goes this way.
Was he shooting?
I'm
was
not
a
sure
blunder?
about this.
Would you hit?
Could be right. I'm not sure. You're
Oh, he-
3-9 down. This looks better, but you
It
give
looks
him
better, yeah.
6s, 4s. It's more stable, but not as dynamic in the position. It's a close call, I think.
Interesting to consider the cube with the score. Maybe too soon at this score, I don't know. It's very tough. Who knows what's the different? Would it be different at 10-3, 7-3?
It's
Very
not
hard,
much,
very
is it?
hard to estimate.
He's 6 points away. It's not.
Yeah, he's not desperate enough to send this cube. I think you're right.
Yeah, it's a close call. He goes for this.
I
I don't
prefer
like-
to
I don't
20,
like this.
24,
I'm not
20.
so
no.
keen on the double hit.
Yeah,
it
24,
looks
20
good
was
with two on the
better.
roof, but the position
Yeah.
now is in a bit of peril to put
Go
itself back
for
together.
the 2 5 points, right?
It's very committing to.
He should have went for the
play to
2 5
1
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he committed too much to the coming with one checker or fan there. But his forward positions
And
now.
strategically, the man on the ace point is really not good.
Yes.
Either he closes it, it's bad. Either he doesn't close it and it hangs around for many moves, right?
Yeah.
So it's a liability. Like
Yeah.
they say in chess. 2 pounds
Yes.
doubled.
Absolutely.
Liability.
Yeah.
Painful for the final.
And now he's given Steen a bit of impetus that he didn't want to give him by slashing there with the 1-4 twice. He needs to catch up now. He needs a decent roll here. 4-3. That's pretty good.
No, it's too, no.
I don't mind it so much. I don't mind it. Come off the sweet spot.
Creative.
Wow, okay, he goes for the contact
Creative.
play. This is definitely a human play,
Mm-hmm.
creating lots of contact with the block behind on
Maybe
the 3
it's good,
point.
maybe it's good. But
Oh,
Yeah.
he could actually slot with the 1 here. It's not too dangerous to do this.
No, I'm not saying dangerous. I'm saying it's more a nice play to keep the contact. So this is 3-1 for Svempa. Okay, he makes this. Yeah, puts pressure on the fragile midpoint. And double 5s. What a nice roll for Steen. Okay, so this is looking like he's up in the race, but not sure.
he
if he
regrets a
has
bit because he was considering on making the 10 points, so he could
Yes.
have make a difference. But
Yeah,
I think he played the right move still. But
I like his play. And now he's 4.
all right, so keep your man on the
Yeah,
16
Steen's going to
points
look at it, but I don't
to
think.
control something.
I know he's ahead in the race, but I don't think he'll cube. His position is forward, but he hasn't made his 5 yet. This could be a little bit
Yeah,
awkward.
it's too soon.
It's a little bit too soon when he's leading 9-3.
And what is the pip count? So 20, 16, 4 down.
22, 28.
20,
33.
25.
He's 31 pips up, so he's
31.
obviously backing his 31 up in the race here, approximately. But
I
now
would have
he's
waited a
gonna.
move or two, but-
I would have been a little bit more patient, I think. But I can understand the cube, obviously being over 30 pips up. It's a nice place to start from.
I think Svempa likes having the cube right now.
Oh, this is a fantastic
With,
position to take.
Potential to turn it around.
Yeah, very much so. And he's gonna. I'm sure he's gonna leave that nuisance block there as long as possible to try and make it awkward for Steen to.
And it's not easy for Steen to make his 5 point having 2 checkers on the 1 point.
Well, look, now he's got an awkward
Hmm.
5-1. Does he dump to the ace? Does he hit? Does
I
he
would
clear
break
the
out-
8?
Yeah, clear the 8. Maybe
Clear
it's
the
good
8 point, maybe?
to have 3 men to play with after.
I like your play.
Oh, this is not good.
I'm not so
Too stiff.
keen on this. It's you have to break something next roll, and it has to break perfectly, not to leave a shot. So if that's the case, why
Tighten
not?
up.
Why not break now and
Yeah, I agree.
take the pressure off the next roll? I can understand why he wants to do this, but I do prefer maybe breaking the 8 point. This gives Red too many chances to get back into the game. He just wants to win a nice, comfortable race, and good play. I like this play.
Mm-hmm.
And double 4s. 1. You can't move the 1 on 16. I don't think he's going to step out for sure.
So
Don't think
one
he
down,
can.
one down.
Well, I'll do one and then think about the other
Yeah.
ones. Okay, he's done the 2 down and made it a bit more insta-play, but
Maybe it's staying on the 13th point. I don't
yeah,
know.
a bit more. Wow.
Or double four is.
Look at this. He can
Mhm.
play for no shots here. Down, make it heavy, and then 2 more down from the midpoint, maybe. I think that's the play. Everything else is a bit ugly. Or he can make the deuce as well.
No. Yeah.
He's got 2 options. He can either make the deuce and the 3, or he can make the 3-point heavy and clear 13 to 9 as well.
I would play 2 from the bar and shooting.
Those would definitely be my first 2. Would be make the 3-point
And
heavy.
Some gammons hanging around sometimes. The guy
Yeah.
fans and you make another point.
Yeah.
A bit of gammon, not a lot, but it
So,
exists.
He's looking at it, looking at some of the numbers. What happens if I roll this and then I roll a 6?
So you could
Alright.
actually make your 2-point and your 3-point and hit.
1,
Right.
2.
So you're duplicating 4s and 5s. I don't know if you saw that.
Leaving just a single shot, right? Yeah.
It's only 5-4 and double 4s that hit. So
It's only 3 numbers.
3 numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
And a
gammon
more
is
solid
better.
position.
Yeah.
For gammon and a 4-point board versus a 3-point board.
I'm not sure he saw it.
To be honest, I didn't actually look at it until you mentioned it. I have to be honest on stream here. Very good vision, Elias. I didn't actually consider that play.
Yes.
I was looking at either the containing and hitting
Yeah,
play
because
or
we were oriented. Don't leave anything, but he's right. You can leave
Yeah,
a little
but-
bit.
Yeah.
And at the score, I mean, Steen really wants to win a gammon.
Absolutely.
So
Before
it's-
away,
he can actually play it play quite aggressive.
looking
Look,
at it now,
double
I like
5.
it. I like your
Oh,
play
the
now.
total jokers. So gammons are here now.
Svempa really needs
Double
a
5 in this
he
position.
needs a reasonably quick 4 here. The longer he doesn't roll a 4, the more the gammon pressure ramps up. Steen's just looking to clear and come
Alright,
home.
leave 4-3 probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. This is the play. Don't worry about the double 6. Make the best play for the position. This is definitely it.
Don't wait that the guy comes in and
Yeah,
solve the problem now.
come on.
Now that he
Move,
has the
yeah.
bar.
Don't worry about double 6. Just put it there. And he really wants a 4.
Ooh.
He needs a quicker 4. He needs to take that gammon pressure off. Double deuces. Okay, so nothing from the 6-point. So he's looking like he's got to move 2 of those into the ace.
Maybe the last 2. I'm not sure.
No, I think this is fine. This is fine.
Could have. Well, okay.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is
know.
good. Svempa under pressure.
Could have keep one more checker on the
Svempa's
5.
under pressure. Okay, so this looks like...
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, more gammons. This looks right. That's good for Svempa. He breathes a small sigh of relief. Ah, okay, now I can concentrate on a bit of gammon save. Maybe I'll get a lucky shot. Okay, okay. So, 6-2.
Alright, don't waste any pips.
No, 5-2. So he's hoping that he rolls a big set here.
Oh, the worst!
Oh, here it
Oh.
goes.
The
The
worst.
worst double. Nothing off and the ace shot. The worst double he could roll. Svempa really hoping for the ace. He really hope. Oh, extra shaking. And he misses. This is looking bad, but he can still save the gammon. Okay, so now I call this the race for survival. Svempa hoping for boxes. Oh, what a lovely shot. That's a beautiful shot. That's what you want on your first roll.
6
Double
rolls.
for
6
he's played it
rolls
at
for white.
6-4, but it's a double 4, isn't it?
Yeah, 6
I
rolls.
think this is an illegal play, isn't?
Oh,
This is illegal, no? Yep,
Yeah.
he's been corrected by Steen. Well done. Yeah, illegal play. He's played a 6-4 mixed with a double 4 instead of just a double 4. Yeah,
Was it better for the race?
maybe. Depends if he had the extra 4s to play. But he's delighted he rolled double 4. Take some gammon heat pressure off,
So now
saving
he's
the gammon.
favourite to
Now
save
he's
the gammon.
favourite to save
5
for
rolls,
sure.
5 rolls, yeah.
Yeah, his favourite to save. And, just as we spoke too soon, commentator's curse to the worst roll possible. Okay, he's looking at this. Yeah, I'm fine with this. He has a good ace. Ace X maybe in the future. Can play the big numbers with the other one. And 5-2-5, yeah. No, he's saying, don't roll a double on me, Steen. Oh, that takes the heat off. That's very nice for him. Big favourite to save Gammon now.
Yeah, okay.
And there's the Gammon save.
Maybe Svenpa should take a break now.
I would
Blow off
say
some
it'll be a big mistake not to take a break here. He's under massive pressure. He's not finding his winning form. Steen's on a roll. He can't play on here. He should take a break, in my opinion. Okay, I think this is a slight... This is a mistake to play on. You've got your opponent in the groove. The wind is in the sails. He's winning games he shouldn't win. Positive vibes.
Goes only one direction for now.
I would definitely taking a break there, just to at least think about what I'm going to do next. I think he's giving Steen more winning chances in the match by playing when he's in the winning, what I call a winning groove. Yeah. Okay, so 11-3, 6 away for Steen, 14 away for Svenpa. He's under unbelievable pressure to try and win this title. He's playing one of the best players in the world, who's also a grandmaster, who's also on top form, and he's only 6 points away from winning. It doesn't get any harder than this. But as this is backgammon, we don't know what's going to happen.
These are
but
the terms.
he's got a serious challenge on his hands. So 5-1. Does he
Tough
burst?
opening. I mean, it's hard to...
Yeah, he's got
To
an
see it
ace to
clear here.
play. He wants to create a volatile dynamic position. He doesn't want to give the impetus to Steen. Okay, so
Shorter.
4 and hit. Yeah, standard. So he wants the joker here. And
I guess it's not a
that's
5 because he would have jumped
something
on
with
it.
an ace. I don't think it's 4-1 because he would have played it 3-1. Tidies up, makes his 8 point
Good play
again.
to play getting 3s and 5 to cover and shoot.
Very nice play. Very nice play. So this is this 5-2 for
Yeah,
Steen?
lock, don't shoot.
So yeah,
Good.
just nice. Very good.
Consolidating.
Absolutely.
That's for life.
Not just that, Steen's ahead. So he doesn't really want volatile, aggressive positions. I'm not so keen on this.
That's not so bad, actually.
I prefer the consolidation
Me
play.
too, me
You've
too,
got
yeah.
a great lead. You can make the advanced anchor, make it a nice
Oh,
simple
there is
game.
also this move, but
I
it
would do
doesn't
this.
look right. This
Not with his score advantage in the match here. He's got, look, just, I would honestly definitely play this. 5 point, 21 point
And
anchor.
there are a lot of threats for future in this.
This is
structure.
perfect.
Yeah,
You don't
that's
want to
good.
play the game for 4 points here. You want to be nice racing cube. Okay, take the pressure off your own position. Don't give him a chance to cube you.
But I don't know if you don't win more gammons with this move because you have a lot of threats. Well, not with double 6, obviously.
Yeah, but there's no urgency for the gammon. You're only 6 points away from winning. The other guy's under massive pressure here. Let him do something extra special to catch you up.
Yeah.
You've got to play your advantage in the match score, surely. You know, he's quite happy flipping a race cube and winning 2 points, never maybe playing for 4 points. That would be my more...
Coming out was to consider maybe. It's played a bit
So
fast.
double 6, he fans.
Could have come out with the 5. Because red has
Okay,
nothing.
6-4.
Instead of stripping the midpoint.
Does he make the deuce? He does. Even another point in board, 3 point board. Yeah. So look, it's not looking too bad. It's like it's a slower route to victory, but he's got a good advantage here. 4-2. Okay, yes, nice play. Makes the 4 point board. Okay, so I think we have action.
There's no way to play this safe.
Nope, so there's only one player I can see here.
Slot, the 5 points.
Yeah, you have to unstack and go for the
Don't see
dynamic.
anything else.
I don't like this at all.
This leave a little less, but for the future it's not very good.
Based on where I am in the match score and the position, I'm not in favour of this play.
Well,
Okay, we played the slotting play, we would have been destroyed, but I still obviously prefer taking a bit more risk and coming down to 11 and slotting the 5 point.
and the other argument is that he's not sure to hide the move after, but obviously double 6 solved the problem, but you have to think the move after.
Absolutely, but even afterwards,
That's why I
if
agree
he
with your play.
safeties, he doesn't gain anything. The other way, if he gets missed and he makes a nice big gain. I make the 5 point. I got a 4 prime, a bit more
Yes.
structure. I know he rolled double one, but I still would have gone for
Me too.
the more risque
Yeah.
play there, personally. So this is double fours for Steen. He's looking at, he doesn't want to make the 0.5 away, but I think he should look at it and have a look at the race. Or maybe he's doing this to count the race because it's a little bit easier. Yeah, that's so 59, 64. He's 5 up. He's 13 up. He's got a big. Oh no, that was. Oh, we cleared the midpoint. Oh, okay. Cleared the contact. Okay. Didn't want the two stripped 13 and 12 points. I can understand why he did this. 4-3. Based on the clearing, I think he has to leave the shot. Yeah. Okay, so this is Svempa. Wants the 9 or to improve his position. He's looking, he's wishing. And 4-3. Makes the 4 point. Yeah. So Steen would really like to roll a 7 or an 8 here. Double aces, so 1.
So
Does he come closer to home?
one more shot.
Yeah.
9 or 8, but double 2 doesn't go through.
So this is
Yeah.
good. He
So
links
this
him up with
is,
the 6.
5 numbers.
Yeah, and then
And but
where does he switch?
so it's interesting. He's right to come closer because 9s were 5 numbers.
Oh,
This is an error, I think.
okay. This is 7s.
Yeah, it's too many
So
numbers.
this is all the 7s. This is all 6
Yeah.
of the 7s there.
Staying on the 15 was
Yeah.
better.
Slightly more favourable. But he's gone for connecting with 6s and 5s. Okay.
Playing a race, anticipating a race.
Racing, maybe a little bit gammon save.
Trying to
Well,
get
maybe the race, I think. He's going for the race, yeah.
Trying to get a structure.
Double aces.
Pyramidal structure.
Yes.
More efficiency for Birov, right?
Yes, but a
Best
little...
efficiency is 7 checkers on the 6 point, 5 on the
It
5.
is,
No,
yes.
Like
But
little
maybe...
diagonal.
But isn't he now under a bit of 6 pressure here? He went for the race, but now when
Or
he
he could
rolls a
save
6...
a 6. Yeah, he should save a 6.
Yeah.
So
right
I'm not
now.
so keen on going for the race in
Yeah.
this
Has
way.
some bad
He
sixes
should
now.
play both, play for the race and save
Oh.
a 6, at least a
But
6.
Steen has much more time. He has that spare checker plus 2 spares on the 8. I think he's playing into Steen's game a little bit too easily here. Over focusing on the race and not looking at the position. I would have definitely not moved so many checkers in board just to have a little bit where I can hold that 18 point for longer.
13, right? No, he said.
So this is Steen. Oh, he's considering cube action.
13 up? Oh, well.
So 36, so he's 4 out. 14 down, 2 down. 13.
I know it was red on roll.
17 less 4 is about 30. Oh, wow.
So maximum efficiency.
So he knew
was
it.
He
red.
knew he was going to roll
coming.
double 6s. How foolish are we to say save 6s when he knew he was going to build up the double 6?
So is it a cube with the crossovers?
I'm not sure.
Race is not that good, but 4 crossovers and maximum efficiency, white is a bit flat.
33
So waste
there,
stage will
1
be
down,
on the right side.
5 down versus... He's
I
only
would cube. I would
He's
cube.
2 up. He's 2 up
I
with
would
the
cube though.
crossovers.
4 crossovers is huge in this position, and white's position's a bit flat.
I think he has to push. I think he
Yeah.
does have to
Okay.
cube.
Yeah.
He has to send the cube.
He cannot
If
wait.
he rolls anything half decent and Steve rolls badly, it's a drop, I feel. Right?
Because all the
So-
6s for white kind of buried on the second and 8th point. White is going to create a lot of wastage in this position. Probably.
I agree.
And red is very efficient.
He has to
Gearing
push.
up.
He has to
I
push.
think
He has
it's a
no
push.
choice. If he rolls, say, slightly above average and Steen rolls below average, it's probably a pass, right?
Yeah.
So he'll miss his market by a lot if he doesn't cube here and takes a
there are
roll.
lot of market
He's
positions.
behind in the score. He needs to get something going. Good
Good
play,
cube.
Svempa. Excellent cube. Excellent cube. I love the cube. And 6-1.
Okay, to the 2 probably, yes.
Maybe it could have been to the 4 as well, but this is a bit more distribution. As you were saying, now he's dumping a little, creating a tiny bit of wastage.
Yeah, yes.
And 5-4, very nice.
That would be a big pass
3-1.
now, probably. That would be a pass.
And
maybe.
a nice play.
3 men's off.
That's
already.
a grandmaster play. Did you see that? He unstacks the slight wastage, activates all the numbers. That was the grandmaster slot there.
Good.
Nice, very nice from Steen. 42, yeah, standard. So Svemper ahead, obviously. Wants to roll nice and high, keep Steen under pressure. 5-4. 6x. He's looking for a 6x here. He would like to roll a 6. A 5-3. Still not bad.
You think that was an easy take, guys?
I would have taken a bit more
Yeah?
time, actually. I don't think it was a standard take just to do quite instantly. I'd have had spend a little bit more time there, just looking at it to see what may or may not happen.
At
next.
this score with no gammon, I guess that white can be kind of liberal with the tech, probably.
Probably yes.
Because it's harder for white to get points. I mean, he's closer to the end, so he's got to grab points by point. So if there is no gammon, probably he's more liberal than in money game. I guess so. Because comparing 11-3 to 11-4 if he drops or 11-5 is not a huge difference compared to the point he gets when he gets to 12 or 13.
Correct.
So
yeah.
probably I would guess the take point is kind of low at this score.
Yes.
When no gammon are involved, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah,
And
Yeah.
a killer, if he can redouble to 4, it's a killer.
I agree. I like your
Because
analysis.
he goes
very much.
2 away.
Yes.
He-
Yeah. And as you say, look, he's fighting back now. A bit of a low 3-1 roll for Svempa. And wow, that's what a shot that is. That's very good for Steen. He's hoping he gets another low roll here for Svempa. And 5-1 under a little bit of pressure. Okay, you'll look at the numbers. 6s and 2s versus 5s and 3s.
So that's theory, but I always forget. What would you do? No, you should know that. I don't.
Frustrating, you
And
have
so
to count
either you can't
every-
cover the ball.
You have to
Either
count.
you pick
yeah. The mathematicians know it
Yeah.
instantly, but I'm definitely not a mathematician. I would have to
I mean, it's
spend a
not
bit
that
more
hard to
time
figure
than
out,
most.
but
Yeah,
you
but
need to take 1 minute. Do you want to take it?
maybe for me, maybe 2 minutes, because I have to admit I'm not so.
2 minutes and a coffee cup.
Yes, I'm not so strong in this department, I must say.
So it's looking good for Svempa now.
It's looking very good for Svempa,
6-5.
and he's won the game.
All right, back in the match.
Back in the match, 5-11. So we are 12 away, 6 away, and they're on break. So I think
And are we?
we're going to take a little time out, and we'll be back to you when they resume. Thank you very much. Signing out.
Attends, je vais me mettre. Où est-ce que j'étais là?
Oh, you want to go? Oh, no,
Je vais mettre-
Martin. Actually, use more. Yeah, you come in.
Mais il me faut au centre. Ah non, c'est rien.
So there's water.
Elias comes back here.
So
Super. Something is working. And oh, that one. Give us. There we are. So, yep, they are good. So,
Okay, so we're almost ready to resume again. The final of the Nordic Open 2019. We've had a little bit of a shuffle in the studio here, and I'm very proud and privileged to announce we have Michihito Kageyama from Japan, world number 2 and renowned as Michi. Welcome, Michi. Glad to have you in the studio.
it's my pleasure that I can make a commentary for that great final.
Very nice, excellent, and obviously you know both the players here. What do you think about Steen having an 11-5 lead in this very important final?
Yeah. So now Steen is 6 away.
Yes?
Yeah. So in general, even away, is it right? Yeah.
Yes.
Even away point is a very good score. So now Steen want to get 2 point or 4 point, which is very, very efficient. Yeah.
Yes.
And if Steen get 1 point, now Steen get to 5 away, which is not so good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why is that?
And why is that? Good question from Martin.
Yeah, because 5 away is a very difficult to score. Yeah, so if Steen get 2 points from 5 away, he get into 3 away, which is another tough score to handle a doubling cube. Yeah, so always even away is a very good score to win the match.
Yeah, because the cube has even numbers, as we all know.
Well, I'm glad.
If it were a 3 or a 5 cube,
Uh-huh.
it would be reversed, but it's odd numbers related explanations.
That's a very good explanation, Martin.
Very good.
You feed cubes into cubes and rounds into circles.
I love it. I'm so pleased to be with these grandmasters next to me, helping me with the commentary.
So
I learn something all the time. Fantastic.
I just wanted to make a special congratulations to my 7-year-old son Arthur, who has just won the junior tournament.
Wow! We give a round of applause.
Bravo Arthur!
Congratulations to young Monsieur Khan Junior. We give him a good round of applause. Well done. Wow!
I rely on my son because I didn't win anything.
Oh, this Frederick Khan is so modest.
That is why we have children, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh no! Many congratulations
The
to
chief
you.
things you don't.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. If we have time, I wanna play with him.
Wow!
He will be honored to cube you.
Oh, fantastic! I actually saw your son play a DMP game against another young player, and I was very, very impressed with his style and his demeanor over the board. Lovely rolling style at
And it's
one
very-
over the board. He was fantastic.
It's very interesting to teach backgammon to children because they ask you questions to things you think you really know deeply, but they question you and you have to give right explanations because you know kids. Why? And you have to go through explanations again and know you can understand better. So you learn a lot when you teach, obviously.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
we're
we're back.
Uh-huh.
Almost ready to begin again.
Yeah. And of course, Svenpa is behind in the score, so he can double very aggressively.
Yes, looking for opportunities to
Yeah.
win 4 points. He wants to win his points in 2s and 4s, not 1. So he'll be looking to push the button at the first opportunity. And we're back, and we're off. So 5-4 to Steen.
Okay. Very, very classic start.
Classic.
The weakest start after 5-2.
Yes, 6-3 for
Oh.
Svenpa. Okay.
Interesting number.
There must be an action play.
Uh-huh.
He's got to play an action play. For me, it's the 7 point and hit with the 3.
Yeah, so hitting is obvious, and you prefer to play 13 to 7.
I do.
I'm
not
I agree.
s-
This is not what we like. Yeah.
It's not the right plan being down 5-11 for me, but I can understand why he played to 18, but I prefer coming to 7. 5-6, he hits.
Okay.
Yeah, focus on one side of the board, right?
Especially-
Don't be weak when you attack.
Oh, this is not good.
So 3-1.
So shooting inside or
yeah.
outside?
I would shoot on the 20, but I can understand why he does this.
It's not easy.
It's a difficult choice actually, because he actually has 4
Yeah.
checkers on the 8.
So anyway, Red has a very good chance.
He does. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Double 5s
Wow.
in 1.
It's not so simple.
He's looking at blitzing, but he goes for... Wow.
Okay.
I like this play. Do you like this, Michi?
I'm not sure. So making a 3-point is, of course, a good candidate. Oh, he wrote a good number.
Double 2. This looks like for Steen a good reversal, fight back roll, and
Okay.
wow, perfect. Look at this. Comes in, unstacked.
And cube is
Yeah.
coming.
The cube, he must be, if he doesn't roll an ace, oh,
Even an ace. I mean, what's gonna happen?
So, do
Would you
hit
cube?
or
Would you?
not?
Would you cube? I would cube. Would you?
No, I don't think so.
You would wait. It's too stable for you to cube.
Yeah.
It's true that you don't lose the market on a lot of roll, but if he makes the bar, maybe it would be too late after. No. If Fred managed to make
depends
the
on-
bar the 4 point, it's going to be tough to take.
okay, so he's
Okay,
gone for the
Steen.
2-3 back game.
It's not a fantastic timed back game because Red has a lot of checkers on this midpoint, so
Wow,
the timing is
double
not
5.
good for White.
Double 5?
Double 5s, he
Oh,
advances.
this is not good.
Not good, too fast, yeah, too quick.
A little bit too fast.
But I would have cubed the move before.
Yeah.
I would. You know, you have to have the White pay his back game.
It's a close call, I think.
But after double 5, he's right. He waits.
Of course he will, yes.
Oh.
Oh,
What?
double ace.
Make the 4 point. Make the 4 point right.
How about to switch to 2-4 back
Yeah.
game?
Yeah. 4
I
points.
would definitely.
And that could be a holding game as well. Maybe not a back. It can transform into a holding.
So Steen's thinking to do
Oh,
yeah.
okay. He is thinking
cover
about
the
it.
5 point or switch to 2-4 back game. Yeah.
Priority is to make the 4 point, I
So,
guess.
do you think 2-4 or 3-4?
It's about the timing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If white has a good timing, 2-3 is better. But if white does not have enough timing, 2-4.
And look
better.
at all the red checkers that were craving to make the 4 point. So you invalidate a lot of checkers.
Yes, they make it
Right?
much
It
harder.
was
for
a
him.
mountain
Wow.
that
Yes.
was
Wow.
falling off your
Svenska
head.
Play, what a pure play. Svenska
Wow, I
did.
didn't even see that. I missed it. Look at this. He's really getting creative.
Yeah. So of course white can hit, but he avoid hitting. Yeah.
Be patient, yeah.
Yeah, he's not quite ready in his home board yet, so hitting would not be favourable. And
Okay.
is that double 5 again?
Very
Really?
Oh, this is a bit too quick for Svenpa.
quick.
Yeah, now white has a good timing.
Yeah, now he's got perfect timing.
Oh,
Oh, commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse.
The commentator's curse,
now,
just as I mentioned.
Now suddenly he lost his timing.
He has. Look at this. Wow.
So the cube, no, maybe.
Yeah, so now
You have to take a look because
What's the plan for White? How
I
White can
would
win
look.
this game?
He's not looking. It's
He's
a
not
bit. Oh my
considering it.
goodness.
Because he knew he would roll a third double 5. That's why he
Double
didn't
five?
consider the cube.
What, he knew he was going to leave the blot again.
Yes,
So-
he knew it.
Oh,
How
It's
is
not
it
the same
possible?
level.
Three
three
times.
double fives in 4 rolls, I think. Wow.
Of
60
course,
pips.
white wants to hit, but he missed.
So no timing is interesting.
Now red is not so.
He's a bit reluctant now. He's made
Yeah.
that solid 5 prime, 5 board.
Okay, no 6. No
six
4.
for sure.
6 for
And
sure.
the 4 is it's a force.
It's
play.
force play. Yeah.
Now red has a difficult moment. Of course, white left needs to leave his anchor.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has to go.
Yeah.
Keep the power in the
Yeah.
board.
And do you think red can double?
Oh, if he clears, does he lose the 4-2? Good. Double 2, double 1.
Not
But
many gammons.
not many gammons, and that stack on the 3 point just
Yeah.
looks a little bit awkward for me. I would roll. I would roll.
Double,
It is aesthetical.
Middle, yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
I would roll for sure, even though I'm behind and that. Yeah.
Okay, pick and pass is
Yeah, pick
You-
and pass.
has
This
to be.
is the only choice. Yeah.
Yeah, everything else is
Yeah.
just too ugly,
Yeah.
and you may leave more shots.
and maybe
in
now
the
an
future.
ugly double if he fans. It's ugly, but
Oh.
Well, now it's a different story.
No,
Yeah, he can-
yes.
I would definitely look at it. I'm not sure if I would double, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, I would look. He's not looking. Come on, Svenpa. He's not playing favourably.
Okay.
You may not double, but you should look. I think
It's under it's double 4 or 4-5.
4-5. So yeah, forced to do this.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness.
what a shot!
So,
Double 4s in. This is looking bad for Svenpa. This
Now-
is he needs a fast 2 in a 2-5 or a 2-6, otherwise he's in trouble.
so if red dance, okay, now white must double.
and because
Yes.
Yeah.
it's if red dances it's bad, and if red
Yeah.
comes in with 2-1, 2-3, 2-4, it's a nightmare, right?
So
You don't want to come in, you don't want to stand the bar. It's a double nightmare, right?
Yeah.
2-5, 2-6 only.
Yeah.
So praying for 4 rolls is not a lot.
So it's a clear double.
Clear double in
Yeah.
this position.
And I would drop.
Oh,
What?
he played too good?
No, it cannot be too
He
good.
can't be too good.
He anticipates
No.
that he's going to take a second checker, maybe too optimistic, right?
Okay, I
He
wouldn't
should cash in.
I
cash
wouldn't normally expect Steen to roll in that position. Okay, I would have queued, but
6-4.
yeah. So he's looking at the 4. Okay, he tidies up there. Yeah.
in. Yeah, too good is probably overplay in this
So-
position.
Now he's
Because
look-
2-1 can shoot. 2-1 he can shoot, and
and
if dance,
now that's the
Okay.
market gone.
the worst.
The market
Yeah,
is gone.
Yeah, but
to
I
5.
think red would hit. No.
I think he has to. Everything else, he's going to leave more shots, right, in the
Yeah.
future. Yeah, he has to do this.
And,
And now he is too good. Almost too good. 2s hit, 5s hit, 4s.
25% fan.
And the double 4.
Oh, this is
So-
a very close call.
Yeah, 21 shots. And 9 dancing numbers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And some gammon when he rolls well.
And the rest
So-
is okay because he's got good control.
Yeah. Maybe it is a cube
So
because
is
of the
it-
dance.
is
You
it
don't
really
want
too
to
good?
have give the opportunity to dance here. So maybe
Can it be too good at this score? I would cash probably, but
I would cube, I think, because the 9 dances are very
Yeah.
costly for you. So you I think